This is a bill that is designed to take away that right and to concentrate it in the hands of the few. And do not take my word for it. Listen to Margaret Atwood. Again, no friend of conservatism. And she said, all you have to do is read some of the biographies of the writers writing in the Soviet Union and the degrees of censorship they had to go through. Government bureaucrats. So it is creeping totalitarianism if governments are telling creators what to create, end quote. Those are her words, creeping totalitarianism. If anyone else in Canada had used those terms, they would have been called alarmist. But someone who is part of the literary establishment in this country, possibly among the most well-known, someone with whom I agree on almost nothing because our views are not at all aligned, but she understands one thing, and that is that the power of words can only exist in concert with the freedom to express those words. I'm sure that she would vigorously debate most of the things that I say on the floor of the House of Commons, but that's only possible if you have freedom to debate. Disagreement is the lifeblood of democracy. It is the worst system of government, except for all the others, in the words of the great Winston Churchill. It is messy. It is frustrating. It is arduous in every day and every way. It would be much easier to have, as the Prime Minister has suggested, a basic Chinese communist dictatorship where a powerful hand can decide at a whim. That was the reason why he admired. He said that they decide on the spot what to do and they impose their decisions without any debate. That would be a lot easier in the short run. You know, oftentimes we're told there's too much partisanship and disagreement in Canada. There are places in the world with no partisanship and no disagreement. And Madam Speaker, they are terrible places to live. I would rather live in a place where we're allowed to disagree, where we're allowed to speak out. That is who we are as Canadians. And the question is, who decides? Do we allow a small group of privileged insiders close to the Prime Minister decide what we think, say, and believe, or do we believe that every single Canadian is endowed by God with the ability to decide for themselves? Madam Speaker, I believe every Canadian has that ability, and that is why we will stand up every day, in every way, for the Section 2B rights of freedom of expression. That is who we are. That is what we believe. It is the common sense of the common people united for our home. Your home, my home, our home, Canada, let's bring it home. Yeah.